Hello there, Internet. How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of Renegades React. Today we are going to be looking at some top trending. This is the 10 dumbest criminals of all time.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, boy.
I've been a victim of several crimes. In terms of one, grand larceny. They stole 2 of my cameras. They stole my Xbox 360, my PS3, my laptop. They stole everything in my room.
Yeah, that's grand larceny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in
there.
Yeah. So anyway, I went to the local GameStop and I said, "Look, there's gonna be I had the numbers because I still had the boxes." And,
I hate to tell you this, GameStop was your first problem.
Well, I went to GameStop and G2K, the two video game stores in the area, because they're the only ones that can really buy consoles like that.
That's true.
And
it's true.
And well, I went there and I said, be on the lookout for these 2 here, and I give them the numbers off the back of them and they said, okay, we'll be on the lookout for them and we'll call you if they come in. And it's just like, okay. 3 days later, I go by and I check again. I'm like, look, have there been any more turned in here recently? And they said, this PS3 and this Xbox 360 here were both turned in. And I'm like, I'm looking at I'm like, can I see the numbers on the back of them? And they're like, sure. I look and I'm like,
these are mine.
Guys, these are mine. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, these are mine. I told you guys a few days ago that they were stolen and to be on the lookout for them. It's just like, I wasn't here for that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, but they must have put it in your system or something like that. And he's like, no, they didn't.
I guarantee you there's no way to flag for that.
Well, and here's what I did. I went and I got the original boxes, and I was like, you have a security camera. Rewind the footage. And he was like,
he doesn't know how to do that.
I'll have to call in the manager. And I'm like, okay,
Do it.
I'll wait. I sat there and I waited for about a good 40 minutes. Manager walks in. He's like, oh, what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, someone sold you some stolen stuff. And
stolen merchandise.
Yeah, stolen stuff. And hey, it's mine, and I'm here to get it back. And they rewinded the security footage, and sure enough, I see the guy who did it. Little jerk bag who, honestly, is serving a jail sentence right now. Not for what he did to me, but what he did to someone else. He assaulted somebody and he wound up doing and he's on a 3 to 5 stretch. But for grand larceny, he actually was both fined and put on probation.
That seems a little lenient to me.
I know. I was very surprised.
Anyway.
I was honestly, I've been like, here's $10. Give me 5 minutes alone with him.
Oh, that's.
He was a skinny little runt. I'd have ripped him in half. But
well, hey, you got your stuff back.
I did.
You got some of your stuff back.
Well, I didn't get my cameras back, and I'm still mad about that.
Yeah, it's a problem.
But anyway,
all right,
it's neither here nor there.
We're looking for some dumb criminals, like real dumb.
Yeah. So
all right.
Here we go. There's some commotion at the top of the stairs. So Henry's down here.
All right.
Be on the lookout for him.
I get the feeling that we're going to find him just like, oh no, he's on my shoulders now.
Well, there he is.
Got him.
Got a beat on him. Yeah, well, let's get back to it. If he comes over here, he comes over here.
Oh.
All right, so I'll take it back just a little bit.
Yep.
And
speaking of, here's a Henry.
There he is.
This 20-year-old Phoenix man didn't make the smartest decision. Earl Morrison had stolen a $160,000 diamond from a package while working for UPS. Think he went on a shopping spree? Not quite. Instead of doing so, he took the diamond and traded it for something worth 8,000 times less. A $20 bag of marijuana. Where he had expected to find cash, he found the expensive jewel. And without thinking twice or finding the right person to trade with, Morrison resorted to selling the diamond for a little bit of pot before later getting caught by police.
Wow.
This particular robber was just a little too nervous. He entered the Halifax bank with a gun in one hand and a bag to carry the cash in the other. He made his way to the front counter and demanded that the cashier give him £700,000. So far, so good, right? He next planned to hand over the bag so the cashier could fill it with money. Instead, he got a little mixed up and handed over his gun. Followed by a brief pause, the robber realized his mistake and attempted to grab his gun back. With the gun pointed at him, he managed to make a run for it. Oh yeah, and he didn't go empty-handed, as he pedaled off on a bank employee's bicycle.
You're kidding me.
In 1995,
Really?
Klaus Schmidt decided he would try and rob a bank by walking in with a pistol and demanding money. Seems like a pretty basic bank heist, right? However, as this robbery progressed, bank employees noticed something a little odd. At one point, one of the employees asked the robber if he needed a bag. He
Incoming.
replied saying, "You're damn right it's a real gun." This is when they realized they were being robbed by an obvious deaf person. One employee decided to take advantage of this by sounding the alarm. Schmidt remained oblivious the whole time until the police had shown up. He eventually was taken into custody and tried to sue the bank for exploiting his disability.
Really?
Late 2009, Joey Miller, age 20, and Matthew McNally, age 23, came up with quite an ingenious plan to keep themselves disguised.
Oh, no.
But don't take the word ingenious too seriously. When these robbers decided to break into an apartment, instead of using a more traditional disguise like a mask, they chose to draw on their own faces with permanent markers. Not thinking very well
That's
beforehand,
racist.
permanent markers are not an easy thing to erase. So when this so-called devious duo were pulled over by the police, they were easily recognizable.
Yep. That'll do it.
On March 23, 2010, Albert Bailey may have deserved an A for effort in this not-so-smart robbery plan. But it would earn him the next 9 years behind bars. Bailey thought it would be a smart move to call the bank ahead of time to let them know he was coming to rob them. This way the bank would have the money ready before he got there. Smart idea, right? Not quite. Bailey then sent his juvenile accomplice along with a note, so the bank would know exactly who he was. At this point, bank employees had police on the phone ready. He went in demanding
Wow.
$100,000, but didn't get anything more than $900 before walking outside into the arms of police.
You have to. Wow.
A 26-year-old woman decided to go to Applebee's to have a few drinks. She looked her age, and employees said she wouldn't have needed to use her ID, but she decided to anyway. Before receiving her drink, she handed the waitress a driver's license. Whose driver's license was it exactly? It was the license of the waitress that was serving her. The waitress remained calm and cool, told the customer she was off to get her drink, and called the police instead. Earlier that year, the Applebee's employee had lost her wallet containing all of her cards and cash, which ended up stolen and never returned. This thief got exactly what she had coming to her. October 2014. A Georgia man named Alvin Cross Jr. sent a message to the wrong person, and it resulted in him serving 2 more years in prison. When attempting to text his drug dealer, he accidentally sent the text message to his parole officer. The message read, "You have some weed?" The text landed Cross 1 year in prison for violating his probation, and another year on a drug charge when police raided his apartment and found cocaine. Always double check who you're texting. The largest bill currently in circulation in the United States is the $100 bill.
No.
That didn't stop 53-year-old Michael Fuller from going to his local Walmart and attempting to use a $1 million note. Fuller, who should have done his research, attempted to use the fake bill to purchase a microwave, vacuum, and other items totaling $476. He then expected to receive $999,524 in change. Police were eventually called. Fuller was then charged with attempting to obtain goods under false pretense and uttering a forged instrument.
What?
Yeah?
In 2008, 18-year-old Ruben Zarate wanted to rob a muffler and exhaust shop in Chicago. He entered the store armed with a gun and demanded all the money they had. There was one problem, though. Most of the money was in the store safe, and only the manager could open it. Luckily, the manager wasn't in, and this thief didn't have a brain. Ruben decided that he would try again later, and to save himself some time, he left his cell phone number with the store employees. That way, they could call him when the
Nate?
manager returned.
That's not me.
Not surprisingly, the employees called Chicago police. When they arrived, they instructed the employees to call the robber. Zarate shortly returned to find officers waiting for
To be
him.
fair, you could have just.
In
gotten away
2010,
with
a
some
burglar
catalytic
was found in a
converters.
San Bernardino County
Yeah.
home. But it's
Yeah.
the way he was caught that makes this burglary so hysterical. On a late Saturday night, an Oak Hill community couple discovered the thief in their home after the husband told his wife a joke and heard a laugh come from upstairs.
That's amazing. Joke's on him. I love it.
Jesus God, people are so stupid sometimes.
Mumble mumble comedy of errors. Mumble mumble. This is amazing. I've heard of some dumb ones.
Hey, honey, ever heard this joke? Oh, Henry, what are you doing, bud? Come here.
Henry.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Hey. We got us an intruder down here, a little hairless cat by the name of Henrico, Mr. Suave. There he is. Come here, Henry. Come here.
All right.
Oh, he's coming up. He's coming up.
Cat
There he
now
is.
in shot.
It's okay.
Hey.
We got you, buddy. I got you right here.
But I've heard of some dumb robberies. For example,
Yeah.
This couple stole a coin collection
Yeah.
worth, I can't remember the exact number, but it was quite a large sum of money. They then spent the collection at face value for pizza and the rental of a movie. The boyfriend was charged and received quite a lot of jail time. The girlfriend, they could have charged her but declined to because she was 9 months pregnant.
Oh. That's
There was a robbery at one point that I heard about. They stole some various and sundry things, including a Fry Daddy, which for those of you who don't know is a home deep fryer.
Yeah.
They found out who it was by following a trail of grease from the back door of the house that was robbed to the back door of the next door neighbor's house, where they found all of the loot.
Oh, jeez.
People are dumb.
People can be so stupid sometimes.
But it makes for great comedy. I tell
it
you
does.
what.
It makes for hilarious
Because
comedy.
you cannot make some of this stuff up.
No. I mean, honestly, you tell people these stories sometimes, and they're like, oh, this is bull crap. That's no way it really happened. But there's ironclad proof that stuff like this does happen.
Oh, here's one for you.
Go ahead.
I believe this was in New York City.
Oh, boy.
A man in a wheelchair goes into the bank,
Yeah.
hands the teller a note saying that he's robbing the bank and to give him so much money.
Oh.
He then rolls out of the bank and disappears. So, to be fair, think about what you would have seen if you were a witness to this. You see a guy in a wheelchair
Yeah.
come in, hands the teller a note, leaves with a bunch of money. I dare say the most identifiable thing that you can come up with about this guy is he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
In which case, roll into alley, leave wheelchair, walk away.
Yeah. Because that's a very telling thing. And
Or you go into the alley, you leave with a wheelchair that's a different color.
oh, it's kind of like that episode of Speed Racer
Yep.
where they peeled the exterior off of a white car and it was a red car underneath.
There you go.
And it was just like it drove into the forest as a white car, came out as a red one, and Speed Racer was like, "Oh, what was that?"
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's
but that's a smart criminal.
yeah.
These are dumb criminals. Because I was gonna say that would be a good way to get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the wheelchair robber, and all of a sudden, people won't really recognize anything else about him. If he doesn't
It is
show
classic misdirection.
anything. Yeah.
People are looking at your face; they're not looking at your hands.
It's just
Slide. It's sleight of hand, just a little different.
And it's just like Shawshank Redemption. When Andy wore the spoilers. For when Andy wore the warden's shoes out to his cell, and it's just like, be honest, how often do you really look at a man's shoes? I know a lot of people nowadays are looking at people's shoes and going, "What are those?"
Yep.
But
Amazing.
But back then, I mean, especially in prison, I mean, honestly, standard issue prison shoes. It's like you're not going, "What are those?" Because like, "Oh, I got those,"
Mm-hmm.
and
It's like, what size are those? Oh yeah, mine too. They don't feel good, do they? No.
Nope.
Or, yeah.
All right, so those are some dumb criminals.
Oh boy.
Oh, some dumb criminals.
Those are some dumb criminals, man.
That takes the cake in a lot of ways.
And the thing is, we're never going to stop having dumb criminals.
No, we're not, because in some cases the gene pool is digressing even further, and I think we might even have dumber criminals in the future. How they're going to top this, I do not know. But
look,
as it's
they
been
will
said,
find a way.
yeah, nature finds a way.
Nature and love find a way.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh boy.
Oh boy,
Heaven help us all.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Oh,
What's up,
Henry. He's meowing and he's uh-oh. Here he comes. Oh, hey.
Hey dude, what's up?
Hey buddy. All right, so we're going to end it there, everyone.
Yep.
We hope you all have enjoyed the video that you have been witnessing.
Henry, what
Paid
did you
witness
think?
to.
Is it good?
I
Good
didn't
stuff?
like it. It was not very good. Oh, see, he's running away.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not being associated with this 2-bit operation.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. See, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why he went off the phone there. Anyway,
Why not? All right. So once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed the video. If you if you like it, leave a like down below. If there's something else you want us to watch, leave a comment down below.
And if you've heard of any really dumb crimes
Yes.
like this, please leave them in the comments.
Yes, please
these
do.
are hilarious.
Because these are absolutely awesome. And well, if you if you wish to see more, click the subscribe button. We post new videos every day.
Yep.
Also, check the description for our various other endeavors, including our second channel. And yeah, that's going to do it, Internet. We'll see you later. Peace out.